This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. In this video I will tell you about the month I just spent in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Mexico was one of the first countries I ever visited, and I keep returning because I love it so much. For hyperlinks to anything I speak about, just Google Vagabond Buddha Playa del Carmen and you'll see links to what I discuss here. Playa del Carmen is not as inexpensive as it once was. To retire early and travel the world, reduce your cost of living while you start your new online business, or travel cheap while you write your first novel, Google Vagabond Buddha Travel Cheap to Paradise locations to find your cheat sheet for low cost of living in paradise locations. But once you save crazy money living cheap in paradise, most of each year, you can afford to stay in more expensive places like Europe, the USA, and Playa del Carmen. I hadn't been to Playa del Carmen in 7 years, but now when I think of low cost of living destination, Playa del Carmen no longer fits that definition, but it's still worth a month every few years because of a unique combination of elements found here. Turquoise water, blue skies, white sand beaches, scuba adventures, Tulum, Cozumel, Chichen Itza, the cenotes, partying, and excellent food. Turquoise water, blue skies, white sand beaches. I will let the pictures in this video speak for themselves. In terms of scuba adventures, 4 reef dives in Playa del Carmen with equipment is less than $180. 4 reef dives plus 2 cenote dives, including equipment, is less than $280. Prices vary based upon season, but walking into a few of the mini dive centers may provide even lower rates. It is getting harder every year in Mexico to dive without showing certification. The Tulum Ruins. You can catch the air-conditioned auto bus for about $5 per person to Tulum. Just Google ADO bus station in Playa del Carmen. There are 2 stations. Once in Tulum downtown, you walk a few kilometers north to the Tulum Ruins, or ask anyone which way the Tulum Ruins, or get a taxi to the ruins for about $7. You can also catch a non-air-conditioned local minivan labeled Colectivo Tulum Playa del Carmen for about $1, and just ask them to let you out when you see the sign labeled Tulum Ruins. You might be sitting next to a chicken, but you'll have better stories. You can catch the Colectivos anywhere along 30th Avenida Norte in Playa del Carmen, which run north and south in Playa between the beach and the highway. Tulum Beaches. Make a day trip to Tulum Ruins. Once you are done with the ruins, exit the ruins on the south side. Your right hand when you face the beach is the south side. You will walk less than a kilometer and you will see a dirt road on your left. That will take you to the most beautiful beach in the world. You will be hungry and thirsty if you forget water and granola bar, but don't eat at the first restaurant on the right as you see the beach. They are land pirates. The food sucks, and they add insult to injury with a 20% mandatory tip. Walk just another 200 meters south along the beach, and the real food and drink choices will unfold one after another. Bring your sunblock and your dreams. When your battery is dead from all the pictures of this beach you will brag about for years, and your pockets are empty from drinking $6 margaritas or $3 beers, catch a taxi back to Tulum and catch a Colectivo full of locals back to Playa del Carmen for about $1. Go first thing in the morning to avoid the crowds, or go in the hottest part of the day when tourists are hiding under umbrellas. Bring the sunblock. And that's referring to the ruins. Of course, the beach, you can go all day because you can jump in the water. While you're in Playa del Carmen, go to Cozumel. Catch a ferry to Cozumel for the day. Cozumel used to be a dump, honestly. I used to go over there just to rent a scooter and drive around the island looking at Mayan ruins and swim naked on the deserted east side beaches on the east side of the island. 𝐂𝐤𝐵 has always been one of the best dive sites in the world. Walk to the southern pier in Playa on your again on your right when you face the beach, and is the southern pier, and catch the ferry to 𝐂𝐤𝐵 for about $20 per person round trip. Ask when the last ferry returns to Playa so you don't miss your ferry home. The trip is about 20 minutes each way. Rent a scooter for about $20 for the day. Includes insurance. Bring your driver's license. And do the loop around the island, stopping when you see anything interesting. Just follow the road as it curves along the beach. It is impossible to get lost. The round trip is less than an hour on the scooter around the island, but you are likely to find fun stuff along the way and take another gazillion Instagram pics. Make the world your bitch in a non-sexist way. While you're in Playa del Carmen, visit Chichen Itza. Every 11 steps you take while in Playa will include someone trying to sell you a trip to Chichen Itza. Go. Make sure to get one that includes a trip to a cenote and a colonial town on the way there or back. The bus, lunch, and an English-speaking guide will cost about $45 per person. Don't buy any of the add-ons to the trip, such as a drink or a light breakfast, for an extra $10. If you're a foodie, just eat breakfast before you leave and bring snacks and chips and water from the 7-Eleven and a bottle of wine for the trip home. It's an extremely long day, but well worth seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world. No, really, go. Would you skip the pyramids if you flew to Egypt? 𝐂𝐻. If you go to a few cenotes and the Tulum Ruins, you should skip this. Why do I say that? It's a water park with beautiful landscaping, but only a beautiful cenote river, which you can find in many cenotes for much cheaper in the area. There are also some animals in 𝐂𝐻 forced to live in captivity. It's a zoo, a nice zoo, but why pay someone to imprison animals? Just go see a few cenotes and see a few wild animals who have choice about where they roam, like you do, hopefully. There are a few good shows at night in 𝐂𝐻 about Mexican history, and I love Mexico, so I only sadly recommend not going to 𝐂𝐻. Cenotes. A cenote is a natural sinkhole or underground river that has developed naturally over millions of years. While you're in Playa del Carmen, go see a couple cenotes. You can take amazing pictures, swim in many of them, and scuba dive in some of them. This will blow your mind. Do this. Just Google and read about the various cenotes near you and go for it. I mentioned cenotes in my suggestion for a trip to Chichen Itza, so you get to see one for sure. You can also see the Grand Cenote on your trip to Tulum, and there are other trips you can take to see cenotes near Playa. The taxi to Grand Cenote from Tulum downtown is about $5, and the entry fee to Grand Cenote is about $10 per person. The ultimate is scuba diving in cenotes. Partying in Playa del Carmen. This goes without saying in Playa. Just head to the beach at 10 p.m. and listen for music that makes you move your groove thing. It is a beach party scene. If you're looking for a bottle service VIP types place, barf I said, go to Copacabana or head to Cancun, double barf. I enjoy more funky places, so I head to the beach. Excellent food in Playa del Carmen. I've become a great chef since my last visit to Playa 7 years ago, and I had a hard time paying U.S. or European prices for entrees, not even as good as what I cooked in my Airbnb in my own kitchen in Playa. So I may not be the best source for meals anymore, but of the meals I had in Playa restaurants, I can tell you my favorites where I came away impressed. Again, come to the webpage on Vagabond Buddha and click any of these if you want to see where they're located. The Silver Fox, great dishes, both vegetarian and non-vegetarian, and amazing drinks. Expensive, but I don't mind it when it's quality food as opposed to pretentious, beyond merit restaurants. El Sangarrito, cheap and quality. If you think money equals quality every time, you may need to listen to someone else. Google has the location wrong. So just walk east 20 to 30 meters from Silver Fox above. They have great traditional Mexican meals for less than $5 and delicious juices. This is a Mexican family place that really cares about quality and delivers every time so far. No booze, sorry kids. Byblos Restaurant. We just stumbled upon this place on a walk back from a day trip to 𝐂𝐎𝐈. Great pasta, soup, bread, red wine, and creme brulee. Cenacola Playa, embarrassingly overpriced in relation to quality. If you can't make a nice margarita pizza for $20, why bother seeing if you can make other more complicated Italian dish for $50 each? You have to make great food before you can ask people to pay for a white tablecloth. No? Okay, number 5, La Trattoria del Centro, the best Italian in Playa del Carmen. Our Italian friend agreed with us. This is a high quality without the prices, so expect to wait. Mare de Olivos. If you're starving while waiting for La Trattoria del Centro, just eat here. You'll be happy. It's next door. Almarat Pec. We met a friend from Italy here for cocktails. Very nice but expensive, and we did not have food. Cafe Andrade Restaurant. Very nice Mexican food, almost as low as Mexican prices. We had some very nice huevos rancheros and green enchiladas. You'll be surrounded by locals who know quality. Negro Amaro, the best tiramisu in Playa. Decent pasta and pizza too, but nothing to write home to mom about. In terms of airport transfers to Playa del Carmen, you'll fly into the Cancun airport. A taxi will cost you in the range of $40 to $80 for the 40-minute ride to Playa. An air-conditioned auto bus will cost $8 per person. Just look for the auto sign in red in the baggage claim area. And after buying your tickets, turn right as you exit baggage claim and walk about 30 meters until you see auto buses leaving a few times per hour. The taxi from auto station in Playa to your accommodations will be $3 to $5. Accommodations. While in Playa, we stayed in a beautiful new condo that I found through a friend. They offered it at $1,500 US per month, and we counter-offered $1,400 per month. It was plus utilities, and I was worried they would totally gouge me on utilities at the end of the month, but it was only $64 more. I've heard stories about people paying $500 on utilities, so I recommend getting an Airbnb that includes utilities. Very nice people and reasonable for this condo we rented for Playa. It included 2 swimming pools, one with a roof, one on the roof, and a basic gym with free weights and a treadmill. Normally, I would suggest an Airbnb condo, as I said, which includes utilities to remove the uncertainty of a heat wave costing you $500 in utilities. But we booked last minute, and it was all I could find was one that add-on utilities. The biggest problem with the condo is that the internet sucks, so I won't provide a link for you to book. Life's too short to have bad internet. Cooking. If you like to cook and get an apartment with a kitchen like I do, you'll find many grocery stores within walking distance of Central Playa del Carmen. There's even a Walmart if you want to buy cheap flip-flops, a beach umbrella, adult beverages, or a cooler. The weather. The first week of our month in November reached low 90s a few times during the day, but the rest of the month the highs stayed between 78 and 88. I wore a suit coat to dinner for Chung Hoi's birthday, but never needed more than a shirt at night. November is a nice time to go because it's before high season and after hurricane season. If you like warm weather, you will love this part of the world. Exercise. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I ran on the beach doing laps between Calle 38 Norte and Constitution. On Tuesday and Thursday, I did yoga in my room with Adrian doing Yoga Revolution. Google it. She's fun to work out with. The condo I stayed at had a gym, so I lifted weights after my runs. Alcohol. The below prices in the table do not include alcohol. But beer is about 75 cents per beer in stores, $2 in local restaurants, and about $4 in tourist places. A drinkable bottle of wine is about $10 in stores, but you can pay much more in restaurants. Drinks are about $6 in restaurants. Walkability. The tourist area of Playa del Carmen are very walkable. Walk the beach north and south to get a feel for a beach area that suits you. Also, walk Calle Quinta Avenida in the evening to see all the freaks and beautiful people that come out at night. No vehicles are allowed, which makes for a pleasant walk. You'll also see hundreds of restaurant choices, bars, and music venues. There's also a bit of an art scene there, but also get off the beaten path and eat and play with the locals. Just a block or two inland, from the Avenida, Calle Quinta Avenida. If you get off the beaten path, you'll get a feel for what it's like to be in Mexico more. Plus, you'll be amazed at what great quality and prices you find that never get to the top of your Google searches. You will find decent hotels and restaurants for lower prices than I'm quoting here, if you walk in a bit. Conclusions. After a month of experience Playa del Carmen, after not being here for 7 years, I think it may be a bit overbuilt for my taste now. Next time I return, I will stay in Puerto Morelos, Tulum, or Cozumel. Playa del Carmen has become a little too much like Cancun. After a month in Playa, we headed to Tulum for a week. Look for my post on Tulum. If you're curious what a more traditional Mexican fishing village looks like, take an auto bus from Playa del Carmen to Puerto Morelos for about $6. The taxi to the beach from where the bus stops you in Puerto Morelos is about $6. Thank you for reading this post about Playa del Carmen. Please leave a comment below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video with your friends. Please visit Vagabond Buddha if you'd like to learn more about how to wander the planet, being healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is Dan from Vagabond Buddha. Have an amazing day. If you come to the web page, Vagabond Buddha, Google Vagabond Buddha Playa del Carmen, you'll see a table that includes costs of living in Playa del Carmen. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.